Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking Buccaneers. If you guys enjoy it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for NFL content daily. The Buccaneers, take this from a Packers fan, definitely one of, if not the best team in the NFC division. Conference, dumbass. And PFF wrote an article ranking the depth charts for all 32 teams, all the teams in the NFL. And the Bills were actually number one, but the Buccaneers came in at number two. Now, I know the Rams fans watching this, if there's any Rams fans, are not going to be too pleased with that. But I do believe that the Buccaneers have the best team in the NFC. And I think it really boils down to, first off, Tom Brady trying to get to his 11th Super Bowl, age 45. The Bucs should have been that team last season, but they weren't. So no excuses. The Buccaneers made a lot of nice adjustments to some of the key players they lost. So most recently, Ndamukong Suh didn't re-sign with the Buccaneers. So what they do? They went out, they got a more cheaper, same type of production, Akeem Hicks. I think Akeem Hicks was a magnificent move, magnificent signing. I don't think the Buccaneers are done. I think that they might target maybe like a tight end, maybe another edge rusher. But you lost Alex Kappa. But you went out and traded for Shaq Mason, who is one of the best at his position. Keep in mind, you still have Tristan Wirfs. So Wirfs and Mason are both top 3 players at their position in PFF's wins above replacement over the past 2 seasons. So I think the Buccaneers have the best offensive line in the league. And so if they can just stay healthy, Tom Brady, not only is he really good, but he also gets the ball out of his hands very, very, very fast. So you factor both of those two in. You bring in Mike Evans, you got Fournette, you got Godwin. It's the most explosive offense to me, especially considering, Tom Brady's your quarterback. Ryan Jensen at center, Donovan Smith at left tackle. I do agree that one of their greatest strengths is their offensive line, and that's crazy considering how the offensive line was kind of considered almost a weakness not too long ago, considering some of the players that they lost, whether it was retirement or free agency. Biggest weakness, this article has them at, defensive front. I could kind of agree with that. I could definitely see that. Akeem Hicks. I've made actually a lot of videos on the Buccaneers and some defensive players, specifically on the edge, maybe like Trey Flowers, guys that they can sign. The defense, I still think they have enough star power. I still think they've got enough depth, enough talent that I don't really view their defensive line as a weakness. On the edge, you got Shaquille Barrett, you got Joe Tyron Shoyinka, you got Levante, that's not the edge, but Akeem Hicks, William Golston, Vita Vea. Like, I don't view that as a weak. I don't view any of those players as like bad even. So I don't view the defensive line as a weakness. X Factor, they got the X Factor as Tyrone Shoyinka, the first-round selection in the 2021 NFL Draft, played behind Shaq Barrett last season, Pierre-Paul as well, wasn't able to generate consistent pressure, 9.8 pressure rate in his time on the field. He'll be counted on to make an impact as a starter in 2022. His physical tools are there for him to make that second-year leap. So I agree with that. On the edge, he only had a 50.9 PFF grade last season. That's definitely going to improve. I know that the Bucs, I guess considering from when the Bucs last won the Super Bowl not too long ago, I do think that their roster has changed, obviously. They've lost some critical players, but they've also gained some nice pieces, whether it was through free agency, whether it was through trade with Shaq Mason, or whether it's just through the draft. They have gotten, I feel like they've filled in their holes quite nicely. I think what really boils down to me last year with Tampa Bay as far as why didn't they get to the Super Bowl? Why didn't they win the Super Bowl? Why didn't they win at all? I think that answer boils down to something simple, and it's just health. I think it really just boiled down to health. They got injured at the wrong times, and it's hard to get in a groove when some critical guys like Chris Godwin are going down. It's just hard to get in a groove even when any starter is going down, even just depth pieces, secondary players. Injuries are not good, but injuries are what's going to happen. So I think last year the Buccaneers, with all the adversity that they went through at the end of their season, I think they're coming into this next year with a chip on their shoulder, and I think that they're going to really come through and produce. So I've got the Buccaneers coming out of the NFC at this current point in time. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, you want more, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for daily videos, And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. Peace.